Doc, how do you justify the comments that Akufo-Addo made out there when he said that agriculture is down and we are now importing even plantain?
I was stating a fact.
And he was telling audience in abroad. Yeah. That's a very bad way to paint this country.
For goodness sake, what is white in Ghana, France, United States, everywhere. The truth is,
well, where's the evidence?
There's only one truth. The evidence is for you to drive from Accra to Kumasi towards Tamale and look at these huge trucks coming down south full of onions and tomatoes. And from where? Burkina Faso.
That's been a fact we know.
No,
but plantain.
No. What's the difference between plantain and onions? They are all imported food imports. They are food imports. So precisely that. If you want the evidence on the high road, or if you want to see plantain across the border, go to Elobo, go to Osekojo Krom, and you'll see truckloads of plantain and other food crops crossing the border into this country, including rice, which people smuggle. I mean, they land their ships in San Pedro, and they drive across the border, and that is an open secret. Everybody knows there are volumes of rice which enters, which are not originating in Ivory Coast, but there are other products originating from Ivory Coast, originating in Togo, originating in Burkina Faso, coming into this country. And you only have to look at the official import for the evidence. I have the evidence here. I've gone to the statistical service, and I've reduced all the huge amount of data into this graph to show you the volumes of food, 8 food items that we produce in this country, which from 2007 till now. I wish your cameras will have a good look at it.
They are capturing it.
You know, and the figures are here, and they are frightening. And in the 2014 State of the Nation address in Parliament, President Mahama actually told all of us that in 2013, we imported $1.5 billion US worth of 8 food items which are produced in this country. So what evidence do you need, Samson? You don't need any further evidence. So what Nana Akufo-Addo was saying is a fact. But he was very
out there.
He was very
out there. Out there as if agriculture has been collapsed.
Of course, yes. It has been doing badly. Let me give you some further statistics, apart from these food imports that I'm holding in my hand. In 2008, agricultural growth in this country was 7.4%. 7.4. The following year, 2009, it was 7.2. The following year, 2010, it was 5.3%. The following year, 2011, there was a slight drought in the minor season. It was 0.8%. Then 2012, 2.3%. Then the next 2 years, 2013, 2014, about 4.6 and 5.3. Last year, according to the estimate of the statistical survey, it grew by 0.04%, 0.04, of which the crop sector actually was minus 1.7. Since then, the figures have been revised to 2.3%, because that was the first 2 quarters.
And all of that is the making of the government?
No, I'm coming to it.
Because that's the impression that your candidate is creating.
Of course, you can lay it at the door of the government. And that too, I'll give you the evidence. If you look at the budget allocations to the sectors of this country, as an intention, as a priority that you give to what you want to do. When this government came in, the last Kufuor budget, the total amount of money allocated for development in 2008 was nearly 4%. That figure has steadily been whittled down cut down by this government until the last 2 budgets. It was just 1.1%. 1.1% in 2014 and 2015 budgets. That is, for every 100 cities for development, only 1 city, 10 pesos, has gone into agriculture. Is that the sign of seriousness? That's the allocations. But I'll tell you, Out of the 95 million allocated to agriculture in 2015, only 91 million cedis are eventually disbursed. He's a minister, deputy minister. He will confirm that.
You've been talking for some 5 minutes. Hold on. Let's hear how he responds to some of these statistics that you put out. But there are many who feel that a presidential candidate should not be painting this picture of the country outside there. How do you respond to the stuff he's put out there?
Well, I mean, if the presidential candidate of the MPP, Honorable Nana Akufo-Addo, is painting a certain picture which is correct, I have no problem with that. I just don't have any problem with that if it is a correct picture. But the problem is often, it's a problem if his advisors feed him the wrong information and then he's taking them down to the outside world. The issue of importing plantain, I would have wished that he gave you the statistics of
8
major foods that have been imported.
Yeah.
I want to challenge him whether plantain is one of them. He should tell us. No, he should. Please tell us if plantain is one of them. Don't tell your.
No. You've asked the question.
Just a minute.
Is a yes or no?
Please. So don't
Is a
tell.
yes or no?
No.
It's official statistics, and you are holding it.
I'm saying that these are the 8.
When I asked for the evidence, he referred to onions. You know, so you continue.
Onions are not here.
You see,
onions are not here, but they are still coming.
Okay, so hold on.
Let me make one thing very clear. Every country that is not self-sufficient, because different from, there's a difference between being self-sufficient and food secure. If you are not self-sufficient, it just means that some of the deficits of food stuff that you have will have to come from other countries. It's interesting that Honorable Akoto Afriye is only interested in Afriye Akoto. He's only interested. He's my friend, but I don't know his name. I don't know where to put the names. Honorable Afriye Akoto,
yes.
Dr. Afriye Akoto, is only interested in what comes into the country, but he's never interested in what leaves the country to those neighboring countries. And I can tell you that as we sit here now, such trade is going on between Burkina and Ghana, between Ghana and Togo.
Where's your evidence?
Elibo and here. And those are the exact examples that he's given.
So they import plantain and stuff from us?
There are exchanges. Okay. In certain cases, in fact, in certain cases, there are some Ghanaians who have their homes in Ghana and have their farms in other countries. And there are some who also have their homes in other countries and have their farms in Ghana. They come across and do that.
So that was a bad example, right?
And officially, you can't tell me if plantain is listed as one of the crops that are
major imports. No.
So
I'm saying that 8 major crops.
So the truth of the matter is that statement was incorrect.
What do you mean?
All of it. It is true that there may be some imports, but we are also exporting to other.
Where's your evidence? I'll produce the evidence.
No, but I asked you for plantain. You didn't give me for plantain.
No. What I'm saying,
we have always.
I'm coming to the agricultural sector allocation. You see, there must be a clear distinction between what resources that go into the sector and allocations to the Ministry of Food and Agriculture.
From the Ministry of Finance, yes.
Yeah, let's make that distinction. Because allocations to the Ministry of Food and Agriculture is often mainly for the governance and to some limited extent investment. Oh, please.
Governance?
I say for the governance
I'm holding the budget for 2015.
I am explaining my point. I'm saying that the allocation to the Ministry of Food and Agriculture,
yes,
you see, is not allocation of total investment to the sector. That's the point I want to make. Because when you are going to talk about performance of the sector, agencies like Cocoa Board, etc., will be included. Ministry of Fisheries and other lands and natural resources, etc., will all be included in the sector. But so when you use allocation to the Ministry of Food and Agriculture as a yardstick to measure progress in the sector, you will get it entirely wrong. And my friend, Honorable Dr. Afriye Akoto, is very fond of basing his whole argument about performance on this.
Because that's the intention of the government.
And then also, the performance of the sector is also true that in 2008, sector grew by 7.4%. But this was after it has come from negative 1.7%.
Because of the severe drought.
To the 2008.
No, but say it.
I'm coming to
the severe drought.
I'm coming
Just
to
like
that.
I mentioned in
I'm coming to that. It is significant. It is significant to note
2011.
that the 2008, where the sector growth rate was 7.4%, was also the year that we had the highest rainfall. Since 2000, we haven't recorded, just a minute, we haven't recorded the same level of rainfall as in 2000
and 2009
in 2008.
Okay.
In fact, the rainfall has slumped from average 1,100 and 1,200 millimeters of rainfall to less than 900 millimeters of rainfall. And if the sector is wholly driven by the crop subsector, it is also the most sensitive to rainfall. And as long as we are relying on rain-fed agriculture, those type of mixed fortunes.
Thank you very much. And install solar power today from the world's leading brand, Victron Energy. They install both off-grid solar and hybrid solar systems for residential and commercial users.
I'll come back to you.
They sell all solar components and accessories. Reduce your ECG bills by up to 90%. Reduce your ECG bills by up to 90%, and free yourself from high cost of electricity and fueling generators. Install Victron Solar today and enjoy uninterrupted power supply. They offer 5 years warranty on all their products. So call Victron Energy now on 054 112 2430 or 02 400 8074 to fix your energy challenges at affordable cost. Visit their showroom at 10 Abaka Road, Tesano Commercial Plaza. First floor, same building with Zuzu Restaurants. You can email them at info@tinosolutions.com or visit tinosolutions.com for more. The nation's heartbeat, the Ghana Premier League, shows every Saturday on your leading channel, Adum TV. For all the cheers, jeers, tears, suspense, and thrills, don't miss the Never Say Die Accra House of Folk, the Fabulous Kumasi Asante Kotoko, and the rest of them. Adum TV, every Saturday, there's a channel that you need to put your dial on. It's Ghana Premier League, only on Adum TV. Yewo Adzeoye. And if you're looking for a loan and you want to be assured of getting it within 48 hours, you know where to go. Bank of Africa, and 5 years to repay. What else do you want? I need
to correct an impression that the presenter has made.
Sorry. Wait. Now,
Samson, I think it is true that Ghana is a net importer of agricultural products.
You're doing a minute, sorry, but
and that's confirmed by the Food and Agricultural Organization. So it's true. But whether plantain is one of them, I'm not sure, because we know it's rice, wheat, poultry, these sort of things.
He's saying he's using it just as a figure of speech.
No.
But what is clear out there?
What is major ones? It's not the complete picture.
Thank you.
What is clear out there, more important, I think, to me and I think to many Ghanaians, is the fact that food prices have actually gone up.
Right.
They've gone up 50 to 60%.
That's correct.
And affecting plantain, affecting all manner of things. That is of more interest. And if the government says that its objective, it's food security and nutrition and this sort of thing, then clearly a rising food prices is not going to contribute towards giving better nutrition out there. People can't afford it, etc. So that's a better emphasis coming from us.
Thank you. I can get some 30 seconds from Kuku.
Lack knowledge on this.
You do?
I have no knowledge. I have no serious information. I can't contribute to it.
50% of our labor, is in the sector. 50% of our labor is in the sector, and 23% is contributed our GDP from the agricultural sector. So the government really ought to take this seriously. We ought to take this seriously because it's affecting 50% of our labor force. It's affecting 23% of our GDP. And that's very crucial.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes, Koko. I want to salute the memory of Muhammad Ali.
Oh, Muhammad Ali, yeah.
I met him too when he came to Ghana.
You did? You met him? Okay.
He was in my father's house.
Oh, I see. Yeah. I see. Okay. Great. All right, so as always, my outfit is supplied by Latida, and that is where you get the best of African fabrics put in a way that you can enjoy. You can call them 020-433-6444. My guests today have been Kweku Bako, Ni Ama Konfra, General Secretary of the CPP, Dr. Owusue Friye Akoto, MP for Kwadaso, and Ranking Member of the Committee on Food, Agriculture and Cocoa Affairs of Parliament. Also, Dr. Ahmed Yakub Al-Hassan is Deputy Minister of Food and Agriculture in charge of crops. Thank you all, and thank you, Kofi Bentil, and also thank you to Engineer Wise Ametepe. Have a good afternoon.
Newsfile was brought to you